Hello, everybody in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Podcast. I'm Ticketmaster, joined by
Traptical.
And Gamery12.
This is episode number 195. That's why I didn't say it, because I'd look it up.
Awesome. Yeah, we're getting close to that 200. But before then, we got the crazy E3 ones. I'm sad that Tekken's not going to be there on Monday. We would have these just major, energetic discussions after the conferences.
I might be there for Microsoft. The other two, not so much.
Oh. That's cool. I will round up some people then. Oh, yeah, we were going to try that Google Hangout thing. We should try that. Maybe you can have a ton of people. Although I don't know how to... anyway, yes.
So yeah, this week, Whatcha Been Playing, Rumor Mill, since it's pre-3, and news. So yeah. Whatcha Been Playing? Tropical, let's start off with you.
Mostly, the only thing I can think of right now is Diablo 3. I've been playing a ton of that. So a lot of people on my friends list are, I guess, extremely avid fans. I think more than half of my friends list is in the high 40s. A few people have level 60 characters already. Gamer, I think you're the lowest level on my list.
Yeah, well, I stopped playing when I heard this hacking thing happen.
Oh, the hacking thing?
I had to wait until I got my authenticator, so.
Ah, I see.
I'll resume.
But yeah, no, what I went and did was I was playing a wizard as my first class, and I got to level 32, and then the group that I usually play with, I guess they usually do other stuff on the weekends, so I started playing a new character, a barbarian, and I actually got the barbarian up to level 29 or 30 in just a few days. It was a lot faster the second time. So yeah, so now I have 2 level 30 characters, and the loot thing. So really, the game is mostly about loot. Like once you play through the missions, it's like, well, it's not important that you've seen them already. Even though they are randomized, they're kind of the same-ish. You just go around and kill lots of stuff. But the cool part is seeing how your character changes over time and what sort of destruction you can wrought on the enemies.
So is any of the loot cosmetic, or do you always look the same?
Oh, man.
It's all cosmetic.
It's cosmetic, yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, hearing you talk about that, I was like, well, I didn't really play through Borderlands a ton.
If it wasn't, there would be no point to the game. Oh, man.
Well, I mean, it's not only cosmetic. It also does stuff.
Changes, yeah.
Which is pretty fun. I think I talked about it last time, my really unbalanced wizard who has really low HP for my level and really low armor and everything, but I have really, really high damage. I've actually seen videos of people who have just ridiculous damage. So as a point of reference, at level... I saw a friend of mine, he was a barbarian. Level 32, his damage was 130 per second. When I reached level 32, I had, I think it's like 600 per second.
Jeez.
And then, but yeah, the crazy one I saw was like level 56 or something. And it was like 40,000 damage per second.
Was this a demon hunter by any chance?
The 40,000 one I think was a wizard also.
Because like some people said that when people post their stats, it's like sometimes it gets inflated because Demon Hunter has this thing where it'll buff them.
Oh.
Before they take their first shot or something. Kind of weird. I don't know.
Maybe.
I've yet to play Demon Hunter.
Still, 40,000. That's pretty crazy.
I know, right? And still, like I've heard people like, that's not enough for Inferno. It's like, oh Jesus, how much do you need?
I can't wait to see Inferno.
God.
Yeah, there's so much game to play in between where I am and to get there. And it's ridiculous. Like, it's the same game over and over, and yet it's still super fun. Inferno is what, the fourth difficulty level, and you have to play each one to get there?
Yeah. Or do you?
Yeah, like when
wow.
you beat normal, you get Nightmare, and then when you beat Nightmare, you get Hell, and then when you beat Hell, you get Inferno.
Ah.
You play it over and over again.
Sweet. Well, what makes it nice is that there is some sort of the random dungeon generator thing. That makes it really nice to go through the game again and again and again, because it's not the same game.
I didn't know Diablo still had that. That's like its secret sauce of why it's awesome to play over and over, is because it's not the same every time.
Right. And everything is always changing. I think that's probably what allows it to work this way.
Yeah.
And your skills are always changing. You're always getting more powerful. The layout is all different, and then like the enemies are always different too. So you'll see. They just have this whole collection of prefixes and suffixes that change the characteristics of the enemies that you fight, even though there is a much smaller, variety of different character models for the enemies.
Mm.
Like, yesterday it was crazy. We died 6 or 7 times in a row trying to fight, they were like vampiric shamblers, vampiric fire chain shamblers or something. And it's just like 4 zombies. And they look just like regular zombies, except they have that magical blue glow. That's how you know they're magic. And then they had these sort of orange-red chains that would appear between them. And at first we're like, well, what the heck is that? Turns out if you touch the chains or you're near the chains, it hurts you. And it does sort of like damage over time damage.
Jeez.
So it was crazy. We went in and we were pretty powerful, like, and yeah, we just kept dying. Like, can't beat them. They're too good.
What difficulty was this on?
This is on Nightmare.
What? Damn.
Yeah. In normal, there aren't those types of characters that you have to fight against.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was crazy. Granted, I was kind of low level for Nightmare. I think I was only level 25. But man, my wife was, I think she's a 32 or 33 monk. And I was like, we should have been okay. We shouldn't have died in less than a minute. Every encounter we died in less than a minute. It's like, wow, that's ridiculous.
I heard it's some mobs are a bit broken and that you can't really defeat them. Like some people are just like running past them because there's no chance in hell they could just beat them. Like some are invincible, I think. Right?
Sometimes, yeah, like there's guys that have shields and they'll walk up to you and they just have these shields on, and I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do. Because when I was playing a wizard and I saw the shield guys, I was firing my crazy damage at them. I was like, it's not doing anything. It just keeps popping up immune.
Oh, man.
And then later, someone told me that once their melee characters hit them, the shield sort of fell off, and then I could use my magic. But I didn't see that because I got killed. But yeah, it was crazy. Really good. So much fun. So what happened was I have way too much equipment. Was there a stash in Borderlands? Can't remember.
You had to pay for Mad Moxie, but you could only store up to a certain amount of items.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, in Diablo, you start off with a very small stash, and for like 10,000 gold, you can add another. I think 14, it's like each time 14. You have 14 slots, right?
Yeah.
And then once you have an entire page, you can buy another tab. You can buy another tab that would have more slots that you can buy. But to get that next tab, you have to pay, I think it's 100,000 gold.
Oh, Jesus.
And then it gives you 14 new slots there. And you got to pay 10,000 to get the rest of the 14 slot allocations. And then you get to the last one. I was like, okay, now I need the third tab. The third tab costs 200,000 gold.
Oh, so it increases each time.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty crazy. There's not that much gold, it seems. You kind of have to use. Well,
you know, some people though have like millions already. I was like, oh, how do you get that much?
I'm doing it.
Is it just because of the auction house?
But
it's like I like the stash because it's cross characters too.
Yep.
I really like that. It's like,
so that's
man.
basically what I started doing.
Like blacksmith and the gem crafter, they're all cross character.
Yep.
You don't need to pay each time.
A countdown.
That's great. I like that.
Yeah.
Was it like that in? Did they have a stash in Diablo 2?
There was a stash, but you had to have like basically mule characters who could carry a bunch of stuff for you, and then if you needed them, you had to log in both people and like drop loot from one guy so the other person could.
Oh, so like
couldn't access it. There was no cross stash like that.
Oh, okay.
That's the one thing I remember from Diablo 1. It's like your inventory would get full because like the gold took up a space, and like you'd get so much gold, you'd have to go to town and drop it. And just like leave it there because it would stay in the memory and like continue on.
I seem to remember doing something like that.
Or something like that. I remember doing something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely a lot more convenient in that I don't know if I'm really exploiting it. I mean, I guess I am going to play 2 versions of each character. The achievement hunter in me, there's an achievement for getting 2 characters of each class to level 60. I was like, okay, that is a long-term goal. So, since I'm going to do that, I might as well start these characters off, and then that means they have the stash is shared, but the inventory isn't. So I basically started 2 more characters, another barbarian and a demon hunter, to hold on to some of the lower level equipment that was filling up my stash, and then they can use it once they get to those level requirements. But that's freed up some room in the stash, so now I can put more stuff in there from my wizard and barbarian. It's getting fun. I mean, it has been fun. It's getting more fun. Oh, and I got to play on my wife's computer today, the Alienware. So it was super, super awesome. Yeah, I guess the only other thing notable that I've played extensively was the Resistance Burning Skies demo. It didn't seem that bad.
It was, I know, it seemed like a rush job to me.
It doesn't I don't know. We've talked about Vita so much as being sort of like this handheld PS3, and the graphics are supposed to be really crisp and stuff, and for some reason, like the cutscenes seem really compressed or something.
Oh my god, yeah. Did you see the tip videos? Holy shit, they're like 1 meg in size, and that's why they're like. Not even YouTube video. YouTube even looks better. It's like a cell phone quality, like cell phone from 2004 quality.
Really bad.
It's like, what the hell? Because like it seems like the entire demo is the entire game, but they just locked it. Is that right?
Yep. That's what it seemed like, because it was like a 3-point-something gig download.
Yeah, it's funny because like Jack and Daxter now works on the Vita, so I played that for a while, and of course. That's a PSP game. It's like the cutscenes for that should be like supposed to be worse, but they're even better than the ones in the Resistance.
Man,
it's like, what is going on? It's like they couldn't even take the time to compress it correctly.
It's very sad.
And like the sound effects, they're kind of weak sounding.
There were parts where it just completely cut out.
Oh man, I did not have that happen to me. Damn.
I just I ran into these characters, and there's sort of this long sequence where they're talking to you in first person, except there was no sound. They were just mouthing it. And I could still hear the music. I could still hear other sound effects. It's just their voices were gone.
Oh,
and I was like, is this some is this like the demo? And it's like, oh, no spoilers, so we're just gonna cut out the voices here. Who are these two ladies? Why are they moving their mouths at me?
It's like interesting because like it's inconsistent because like the music, when I'm hearing the music, it's like it's fine. It's like it's not compressed. It's like it's like a really great sounding. Mm-hmm. And then like it's weird because like it's like inconsistent because like in those cutscenes like you see the people's mouths move, but like when you're playing the game, then you look at someone talking, they're just completely like mute, like nothing's coming out. But she's talking, but there's no movement. It was like, oh wow, not even like some weird like PlayStation like just like waka waka looking mouth. It's like I don't know. It does prove that FPS can work on handheld.
Yeah, that's just like it doesn't. My first impression was it doesn't seem that bad, but there are lots of things that I wouldn't have done. Like, what is the point of making you touch the screen to open doors?
No, you could use like X, right? X or R.
Oh, really?
And when you use your X, it will open the door or kick it or something.
Okay, maybe I just
even though you would think because like it shows an icon like, oh, I have to press it. Mm-hmm. But then you remove your hand. Like that's the problem. Is like you keep removing your hand, especially when you're like doing the other motions like tagging with the bullseye. It's like if you remove your hand on the screen, then you have to point to the enemy. Like why not just put it to like a button or something?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the tagging part, I thought was okay because they were sort of using it where the creatures you have to tag are moving fairly quickly.
Yeah, and the game would slow down.
Yeah,
to
so
help you tag. Yeah,
like by tapping it, it's like okay, that sort of makes sense. Pointing in a 3D space is easier than using the sticks. So I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. The grenade thing is like, yeah, this is okay. But then, yeah, the door one was the one that was like, what? Why? this is pointless.
Or like when someone's on the ground, and you want to like initiate a cinematic, you have to touch them.
Oh yeah,
it's like well, why not just automatically do it?
Yeah.
You guys talking about that like out of in context of like. This is like making me think of like weird things on scene over here, like not saying anything, of like touching characters in the game. That's like console level graphics. I'm like, what could be done with this? But I'm not gonna say it. So that's where Ticket's mindset why he's not talking. But yeah,
I'm wondering, can you use the back touch for any of it?
No,
you can't, right?
Yeah,
you can't. Okay, I haven't tried it this way.
Do anything. And it's supposed to be like you double tap the back screen or back touch to run.
Oh, I thought you pressed it down on the D-pad. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
That was great. That's for me. That's the only thing that was like great about this demo. Was like, wow, that's a great implementation to use the run button because you can't click in,
Yeah.
So that was great. That's about it.
And
I gotta say, man, like story-wise, it makes no sense. You're in a burning building that like in a split minute or something, everything's gone to shit. Like that makes no sense.
Well, that also, what you were saying. You're in a burning building. Suddenly, there's monsters, and you're kind of freaked out. But it's like, oh, we're just gonna kill it. And alien weapon I've never seen before. And but I know exactly how to use it. This thing will tag that guy, and then the bullets will just fly over that way. It's like the first weapon you get is the alien weapon, and somehow. Your character is supposed to be a regular fireman. He's not the characters from the other games who sort of he's not used to aliens. It's just like, oh, this is totally new. And yet, he knows exactly how to use the equipment.
And like it was weird the gray matter stuff. I was like, wow, that's new. I've never seen that before. Like they just like it's weird. They just have this cube and all of a sudden, oh my god, it magically upgrades my gun. Yeah. I have it too. It's like, okay. That's weird.
It was like the Allspark cube.
I know. It's weird because they introduce these like things, but you've never seen them in any of the other Resistance games. Like, except for like a multiplayer where you saw Green Matter. But that's about it. It's like you haven't seen the cube thing in Resistance 3 or 2 or 1. It's like these are weird additions. And I wish they'd done more, like, because it's a prequel, so they could have been like, oh, this is how the invasion started or something. But they didn't.
Yeah.
Or maybe, is it before the invasion or during the invasion? I forget.
It's supposed to be during, so this is supposed to be like the beginning of it.
Oh, that's a shame, man. Because like, it's great, because like, you see that one dude, the soldier is like, who's trying to veer away from the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's like sort of infected, like he's like sick somehow.
Yeah.
It's like maybe that's how it's going to be interesting to see how everything started.
Right.
But,
yeah, I don't know. I'm interested in playing it because it doesn't seem. And my impression from the reviews is just like, well, it works and that's it. And when I played it, I was like, well, no, there's some clever things. Like here, the ubiquitous sort of Call of Duty indicator on the screen that shows that you hit someone, the sort of little crosshairs, the diagonal crosshairs that appear. It's like, well, they're really big on the Vita ones. Like, that makes sense because the screen is smaller, so you wouldn't want to make them tiny. And then the enemies, so far at least, they're not really far away, so you're not shooting at specks. You're shooting at closer enemies. So these parts, it looks like they thought about it, but so I don't know if I want to pay $40 to check it out.
Yeah, that's for sure. I heard it's an easy platinum if you guys are out there for getting trophies.
There we go.
Okay, since I haven't asked this, since even though you guys talk about Vita, after playing it since it's come out and you've had some time, have you had any thoughts while you've been playing other games, like the implementations of other touch controls or things that they could do with it, or do you still have hope for it, or are your experiences from Kinect and Wii just dampening and jading you that you don't really care about that feature anymore on the Vita? Or is this a fresh start since it's a new hardware?
You mean the motion part, or just any of the?
Just any of it, because after listening to you guys talking about it, I was so down on it, and I'm actually kind of excited again now. To I guess it could be used on the Vita in an interesting way since it hasn't been marred in any type of janky, shoehorned motion game yet.
Yeah.
Well. Go ahead.
I think that the touchscreen stuff. They're trying to think of a good example of touchscreen stuff.
Because for me, 3DS, I'm just whatever, F that feature. I'm just waiting for the Vita game to get announced at E3 that makes me want to buy one so I could have a new, shiny, better hardware piece of equipment. Sorry, 3DS. Of course, Nintendo could always just deliver the big guns, and I'd be like, oh yay, more first party awesomeness.
Let me see here.
That's a good implementation.
Because when you're all talking about touching stuff, and then for some reason my mind is just in Mass Effect land, so I'm just thinking of I could touch the screen and do biotics, or I could touch the screen in conversations, or stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess no one has really done any. Well, Super Stardust had a bunch of mini game sort of stuff that it was pretty fun. There was what's it called, Disc Slide, where basically you're just using the touchscreen to move this disc around, and then you're trying to avoid all the red enemies while destroying all the blue stuff. I was it's not really sort of an improvement upon something else where you could have used sticks. It's just it's a totally different type of game that I don't think anyone would have even thought of to use the sticks. I mean, if you just made that and it was just a joystick, then it would be I don't know. I guess not as interesting.
Yeah, what makes it fun is that your finger's obscuring the view.
Yeah.
I should move it a little bit here.
That's the challenge.
Yeah. I think Little Deviants has the best one.
Well,
it's
recently,
fast-paced and everything.
I've actually played a lot of the Treasures, that free game that I poo-pooed on earlier. The Treasures of Montezuma Blitz. The more I've played it, the more it feels like I think it's sort of the speed chess version of Bejeweled. Because some of the scores on my friends list are just insane. I have no idea how they're getting those types of scores. Until I realized, like, one day my wife was playing, and then I just started helping her because it's multi-touch. And we could just, like, clear blocks twice as quickly. And then we did get one of our higher scores. I was like, oh, so it's not like Bejeweled where you clear one and then you sort of wait for things to fall into place and then you look for the next one to clear. You sort of have to be constantly looking for blocks to clear. And yeah, like that's a game mechanic that you can't do with buttons and sticks. Maybe you could do it with a mouse, but it wouldn't be nearly as fast as the way that the game is right now.
Well, I just thought something when you said that. Like, it made me think of how, like, with the motion or just connecting Wii in general, how, like, it brought about, like, all these, like, fitness and dance games. Like, maybe all this time I've been, like, crapping on iOS games, like, there's, like, some experiences there that are on that device that are, like, really actually interesting that I should try out that I'm not going to get in, like, some, like, years later when, like, they're ported to, like, the Vita or something else. I'm like, oh, this game's awesome. And then, like, it'll be, like, a side note on, like, the box or something, like, it's been out on the iOS for blah, 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 blah. And, like, I'm completely, like, missing out on it, but I don't have the money, so whatever.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to that. But so far, I haven't really seen anything that is sort of super interesting in terms of adapting an existing, you know, sort of core game type with these types of controls that I can think of right off the top of my head right now. But yeah, there's like different types of games. And thankfully they've been either free or really inexpensive. And so they're just like, they're neat to have on the system. So it does turn it into sort of, oh, well, you know, I could just buy this one thing, and then there are cheap games on it that are interesting, and then it also has these sort of core type games that I would like to be able to play on the go.
That makes sense, because it's kind of like the move in that respect, where it's like it can have that traditional gaming experience, or traditional console gaming experience, but it also has like the ability or the possibility in the future to have like awesome stuff that plays to its strengths of the back touch and the touchscreen and all that stuff, and the motion.
Right. So, yeah, as far as a device, I mean, I actually haven't been playing it that much. Some of the games, you know, given the choice, like, Diablo 3 on this really nice screen and all this stuff, or I could play Uncharted on my Vita, which I haven't beat yet, and it's, you know, it's Uncharted, but it's sort of a smaller version of Uncharted. I mean, it doesn't have the globe traveling, and it's just all been in the jungle so far. And yeah, there's some neat features, but the story isn't as good as the other ones or whatever. And so yeah, I've been playing a lot more stuff not on the Vita. On the other hand, though, Twitter, you know, I've been using Twitter more on the Vita than anything else. I just did my first video call on Skype yesterday on the Vita, and my parents were just like, holy cow, the video is like better than my webcam.
That's cool.
Wow.
And I was like, really? And then, yeah, my brother's like, oh my gosh, it's so smooth. I was like, huh, cool. So that was really neat. Trophy browsing is just way easier on the Vita. So
yeah, so much faster.
Yeah. There's just like a lot of other things that I've been doing with it that have only kind of have to do with games.
Did you try the Nico Nico app?
I did. I got lucky. Well, I mean, I can understand Japanese, but I got lucky in that one of the live shows that was streaming when I got it was actually in English. So I saw a whole bunch of people commenting in English with the signature, you know, all the comments are scrolling across the screen as you watch the video.
Man, I couldn't get it to work. I was like trying to watch the live feed of like the NASA live feed, and like playback failed. But I did like manage to see like some Japanese dude playing Battlefield 3. It only worked for like a split second, then it crashed. I was like, okay, it doesn't work that well. From like looking at Japanese feeds, it doesn't work because like they're in Japan.
Right.
So hopefully, it's kind of weird. The implementation is kind of weird right now. It's like all I can watch is the Japanese people on Nico Nico, and I could see some American. Like there's gonna be like a. It's cool that there's things upcoming that you could look out for. It's like there's gonna be like this anime they're gonna show in English for the first time or something.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll catch that. It's gonna be weird. I don't know.
It is really weird. I mean, I don't know how it's even supposed to work. I mean, is this like they want to expand into Western markets or something?
Maybe. Because it is one of the most popular sites in Japan, and just trying to see if it catches on like YouTube does here. Because, I mean, it's weird in that because like I was trying to watch a video because there was like a girl or something. I was like, okay, I'll watch that. And it's like, oh, you can't watch this without being in their club. It's like, what? Then why are you posting it? Like, oh, it's weird. So if they had like a Twitch TV app or something, or a YouTube app.
Oh man, if they had like some sort of like Street Fighter or like fighting game or like hardcore Japanese gaming thing, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the idea of streaming stuff through the device. Because like, let's say I'm at work and like, oh, I don't have really a computer, so I could just whip out my PS Vita and like just watch it.
Yeah, I'm hoping when the Sony E3 press conference is streamed live over Nico Nico, it works on the Vita.
Oh, did they say that it's gonna stream on Nico Nico?
Yeah, like that's the plan. It was part of the announcement for the app for the US. Oh, we're gonna stream it on Nico Nico. It's like, oh, that's cool. Hope it works. And there's so many, I guess, restrictions on Nico Nico. In Japan, you can get, and maybe you can get it here. There's like premium membership.
Yeah, I saw that on my account's like premium memberships won't get disconnected if there's high server maintenance or something.
Yeah.
Or high user count.
Like they'll actually cut people off if they're not premium members.
Yeah.
If a premium member wants to come in and watch. And I was like, huh. And then eventually when they allow live streaming from Vita, like premium members get, I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, they get like different perks and things. So I don't know. It's so new and foreign to us here.
Back to the point you made about Diablo 3 over Uncharted. Do you think that would be different if there was an HDI or HD out option to like display it on a HD screen?
No, I don't think it's really the equipment question. I think it's just the game is not as interesting to me right now as Diablo is.
Oh, okay.
Even though I've already played through the entire story of Diablo, it's like the gameplay aspect is like, oh, this is really fun. Whereas Uncharted, I remember thinking when they announced Uncharted for Vita, it's like, okay, that's cool for the Vita, and it'll drive some sales, but personally, I feel like we've had Uncharted recently. Uncharted 3 was really amazing. I'm not sure that can be topped in the near future. And yeah, that's Golden Abyss it doesn't top Uncharted 3.
That sounds like to me, gamer. Sounds like Travtical won't be finishing Mass Effect 2 anytime soon or starting Mass Effect 3, so Diablo 3, thanks. Thanks a lot, Blizzard. Thanks.
Well, if it wouldn't stop, like I was trying to play yesterday, but server's down. Thank you, Blizzard.
They're still having issues with that?
Yeah. Well, they just released a patch yesterday.
Yeah.
And
yesterday it was down because of patching.
Server issues. Yeah. Even though the patch installed fine, it's like, oh, no problem. If I could just have an offline mode, that would be great. Because I really wanted to play yesterday. I was so jacked. I was like, I got my authenticator. It's like, yeah, let's play. Server's down. Fuck you. Fuck you. God damn.
That's pretty sad. I'm coming to the realization that I don't have time to play all of these things. I mean, Twisted Metal I have, and yet...
God.
I don't think I've ever seen RPG play it. So I haven't touched it either, really. And then Starhawk, I beat the single player. I've played 3 rounds of multiplayer. But yeah, I think the reality of the world, and we're gonna see it soon, is that no one has time to play all the games. If you're not number 1, no one is playing your game.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because, right now, I just feel like it is the year of Mass Effect, and, until there's a game that comes out that makes me come up for air, it's whatever. It's not happening. So, sorry, Binary Domain and SSX.
Yeah, I feel sorry, because, I wanted to play so many games, but then I couldn't even... I wouldn't have the time set aside just to, at least try them out,
Yeah. It's not possible.
It's like Kingdoms of Amalur, man. I wanted to play, but man, all I had time for was the demo, and that was it. It's sorry. And of course, the company went down the hill. It's oh man. And then I think what kills me the most is all these games have multiplayer, and they're really good multiplayer.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
It's Mass Effect 3 is
Ghost Recon. I'm ooh, it has co-op, but Mass Effect 3 has co-op.
No, and the problem is with Ghost Recon, there's no co-op matchmaking, so you can only play with your friends. So I was oh well, I stroked that off the list right away. It's oh, shit, fuck that. If I wanted to play with randoms, I wanted to. It's I don't. What if my friends don't have this? It's oh, really? Thinking Mass Effect, I didn't know. Imagine how hooked I would be.
I think the other thing to that is they keep adding to it, so over time they'll just draw you back in if you haven't been playing. So it's for me it's whatever. I'm whatever. Here's my soul, but BioWare, let's do this. I'm already hooked. I'm here all year. Let's do this. So yeah.
It's weird because Twisted Metal, I really want to play Twisted Metal, but I only played the first level, and that was it because a game was coming out the next week. It was
yeah,
nothing I could do. It's I really want to play you, but I had no time. Then Max Payne 3 is a multiplayer, and I'm enjoying that.
So rough now.
All right, well, we're going kind of long here, so I guess we'll take a break and come back with my Whatcha Been Playing, and I'll talk about what I've been playing. So we'll take a break right here and come back with the rest of Whatcha Been Playing. Rapper tag, wee wee, PSV, first the good. Oh, get through, yeah. Alright, so I was gonna say, for me, when I'm playing something, it's the way I play is I've kind of structured my life around, if a game comes out or if I want to play a game, I will just nonstop until it's done, marathon, coop socket, I don't care, until I fall asleep or pass out or die. Okay, maybe not die, it hasn't got that crazy yet. I'm just gonna play this game nonstop until I finish it. Because, Batman Arkham Asylum, I did a playthrough for YouTube on the 360 version, the Game of the Year edition, and, I just, played 8 hours straight, just, cranked it out. And then I also did, the week after that, Arkham City, I just played through that, the Game of the Year edition, which, man, the way that, okay, I don't know about the PS3 version, since it's probably, all on one Blu-ray disc, and you just put it in and install it, but on 360, I put the first disc in, thinking, okay, let me play Arkham City, I'm jacked, let's do this. And then I installed it to my 360, which takes, quite a while. And then, also it came with, 3 download things, Arkham City, Gotham City Imposters, the Year 1 movie, and then the DLC for Harley Quinn. So I got, those 3 things, and then, I was downloading that and, installing the game, which took some time. And
was that $60?
Yeah, it was 50.
Oh, 50, okay.
That comes with Gotham City Imposters?
It did in my version, yeah.
Huh.
Actually, cool. I think 'cause I got it at Walmart, so yeah. So I also got a discount because that's where I work. So I was yay! So it's $48 and not 50, but whatever. So So it's like all the stuff I'm doing, and I really want to play, and I put this disc one into play, and I'm like, all right, let's play this because I love Batman Arkham City. Like it's been a while since I played through it, and actually this is like I think one of my triple dips, like besides GTA 4 and Borderlands
and Mass Effect.
So it's up there in the league of triple dipdom. So I'm like, all right, let's play some Arkham City. And I put in the disc one. I made a YouTube video of this, and I want to play, and it's like, oh, you have to install or if you want to play Catwoman and all the other DLC, you're gonna have to install it first, buddy. So did that, put in disc 2, installed it all. That was weird. I was just like,
wait, that's weird.
It's completely weird. Cause, like the disc is completely worthless after that. It's like, why isn't this?
So you never used disc 2?
Yeah, it's like, why isn't this just a code I put in to get it, and that be that, instead of having a completely, like, one-use disc, and then I never used it again. I was like, that is weird. But yeah, Arkham City, after playing Arkham Asylum, like, very recently, easily, like, head and shoulders above the first game. I would give this game the Metal Gear Solid Award, where it's basically, on PS1, that was, like, the one game where it was, like, you can play through this in like a rental period, and like it's one of the best games ever, like you'll ever play on this console generation on this platform. And I'm giving that award to Arkham City this console generation because I fell in love with it all over again. And yeah, just so good, just yeah. Oh, okay. And then like after I played it, Harley Quinn DLC got off PSN because I'm gonna play it later on the 360, but man, that was a letdown. I didn't know what it was. Well, I just knew it was like more gameplay with Robin, which was one of the DLC characters. So I was like, all right, maybe this is like the future of the DLC that they're going to be having if they have more DLC after this. And it's not very long, and it's $10, and I feel ripped off, and it was a complete letdown because it doesn't give you access to all of Arkham City, for one, which is kind of lame, because in Arkham City, after you play through the game, you can just go through the streets and be Batman and beat up dudes in that awesome combat engine they have, Streets of Rage style, but with Batman moves. And so, basically, it just takes the gameplay from Arkham City, which is still awesome, it's just... and implants it into this DLC to still tell a story, but the story is not really interesting at all, it's just, like, it doesn't really add anything at all. It's basically... if you play through the game, we're not really going to tell you what happens, so there's no context if you haven't played it. Here's a cutscene. Go find Batman. Ha ha. And it's just, yeah. And then you're done, and then you like finish it, and it's like, okay, that I just spent 2 hours and $10 for that. I was like, I was very upset. I was like, this is I would say arguably more of a letdown than Pinnacle Station for Mass Effect 1, because
I don't know, dude. Man, that was terrible.
But it was like all the
Pinnacle Station was like a broken multiplayer port or something.
Okay, I'll give you that. Okay. DLC works and everything. It's just the experience you have is just completely disposable and not worth your time or money. So don't buy it unless it's on sale.
Yeah, it's like it's as bad as like Mad Moxie, that type of DLC. It's like, oh wow, this is
wow.
It's basically just DLC done wrong. Like, I just played it and I was like, wow, that was a letdown.
I haven't played much of it, so it gets worse.
Like it starts with a question like, is Batman okay? Because after all that shit that happened, is he okay? And it still leaves with the same question: is he okay? You don't know. Like, okay, you never answered that question in the first place. Thank you, game.
Bah.
Then, like, there's, like, you played the Catwoman DLC, there's this, I don't know, it's kind of, I don't know, it's whatever, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm moving on, unless someone else wants to talk about it. or ask questions, because just don't buy it. Unless it's on sale, it's not worth it. You'll be let down. I was disappointed.
Aw, man. Well, speaking of awesome Batman, then I never noticed this one challenge map before, the freight train.
Yeah,
that one is so cool.
Yeah, see, that one is the one that I saw that one and was like, this game needs co-op because it was like side scrolling, style.
Yeah.
So it made me immediately be like, oh, dude, this is like Streets of Rage, but with Batman. Oh, it should be two players. That'd be awesome. Oh. So, yeah. And since you're on a train and it's moving, it's just like really cool the way they did that.
Yeah. I mean, it's clearly an homage to, I guess, the final fight stage almost.
That was just so awesome. I was like, yeah.
Sweet.
I think there's also...
Do you know if that one's DLC, or does everyone have that one?
It's the Robin one, I think.
Oh.
Because it was a exclusive to Best Buy, or the collector's edition, or the collector's edition, or both that and Best Buy pre-order. So I think also tied to the Robin DLC.
Ah.
Because I didn't get it until I bought one of the DLC thingies.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't remember seeing it ever until yesterday. And I scrolled all the way to the end and was like, there's a third one. And I was like, oh my gosh. This is so cool.
See, I think the other reason I'm really disappointed is that in my mind, what I was wanting was basically what they did with Catwoman, where you can use her, where you get like a side story, and you can use her like throughout the city to do like Riddler challenges and just play around. But it wasn't that, so I'm just really disappointed right now in Rocksteady for like
linear level.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't get what I want. Here's what should you get, Tekken? I was like, oh, this is very, very far away from what I was wanting and expecting.
It would have been a great sequence to play, like post credits, like, oh man, this is extra. Holy shit, that's great.
Oh yeah.
But then $10, like, oh shit, no. And it's like, what's disappointing? It's like, I don't know. It's just like the plot of it just made no sense. Like, okay, Harley Quinn takes some cops. That's why Batman's going in. It's like, how did the cops get in there? They're not. Everything finished, completed when you finish Arkham City. How did it happen? Oh.
Bad.
At least she was hot.
See, to me, the only cool thing that they kind of did, well, I guess I'll say it's cool that they did, was like when you switch off between Batman and Robin, because it'll like, it's like when you switch off from character, it's like, oh, I get to be Robin now, oh, I get to be Batman, so that's cool, you could go like back and forth. I was hoping there'd be like a team-up part, but there wasn't, so I was like, ah. But then it was, yeah, there's a part of
I do like the variety of mission.
Yeah. That, I guess that was
like
cool.
When you're running, there's a timer, it's like, oh shit. Oh man, I have to get through these like things right away. But then there's people you have to fight, and you have to like finish and dispose of them quickly. Because I was trying to get the trophy. Finish, dispose of the bombs in 3 minutes. I was like, you know when I got to the last bomb, I couldn't figure out where it was. It's like, how do I even get there? Then I saw the because I remember Batman had that thing. Because like it's been a couple months since I played Batman Arkham City, so I completely forgot the controls. Like, what does what do? It's like, holy shit! Like there was a shield guy. It's like, took me a while to get it. Oh, I have to do a circle, then jump on him. Okay, to get him. Oh, okay. Took me a while. Like, man, my muscle memory is like shitty crazy right now. And like, I don't know, just. Man, the Catwoman thing was, even though it was kind of shitty how like it was implemented, like you have to input the code and shit, but it's like that was so much better. Yeah, so much better.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that if they do another DLC, it'll be more fleshed out and.
I don't think they're gonna do anymore.
I don't think they will either, because
especially after this one.
Man, unless it does really good like sales wise, But then, like, even after I finish it, like, you see all the credits, and you're like, really? All these people worked on this? And this is what they crapped out? I was really mad. Because the credit section was pretty long, and I was like, wow, that's quite a lot of people working on this.
No, I think this was just something that was cut from the game, and just like, oh, you know what, let's put it back in.
So, what's the cool after credits thing?
Yeah. To me, it seemed like it. That's for me. It was like, oh, shit. This was supposed to be like really a nice, not even though it ended weird, but it was like a nice, oh, thank you for playing type of thing. You get to play as Robin, because like everyone will play, oh, there's Robin. Can we play as him? No, but now we can. He has this cool shield though. That's freaking epic. Yeah. I like the shield. like it transforms out of a stick or something. Like what? That's crazy. I like it.
All right. So besides Arkham City, which is still awesome, even if it has a crap, like even if the final piece, hopefully it's not the final DLC, because that'd be sad if it's like, yeah, that last DLC is kind of crappy, but the rest of it's awesome. Whatever. I would have preferred more challenges because I'm addicted, but whatever. Besides that, handhelds, Dragon Quest V. I cannot talk about it because like super duper spoiler territory where I'm at right now. But that game, if you like JRPGs, you need to play this game because it does some awesome stuff that is like never. I played that game and I was like, wow, there's no other JRPG that's like ever done stuff like you're doing right now. Dragon Quest V, you're now in my like top 5, and we'll see how it ends. Top 5 JRPGs of like all time. Like there's like stuff that happens, it's just so awesome. I can't talk about it because it's super spoilery, but it's like, yeah, it's like they're such like the touches and like they make such that they're so good. Like just yeah, I can't talk about it, but you'll know once you play it, and you'll be like, yeah, Tegan, you're right. And I'll be like, yeah, I know. I should have played this game sooner, but whatever. But yeah, besides that, I finished the second Find Me quest, which is really long and hard, but it's weird because like the reward I got was disappointing. It was like the wig for the prince, so I have like this weird blonde hair thing on my me right now, so that was kind of disappointing. The like reward, hopefully, but there's like an extra hard version that unlocks after you beat it though, so I'll try that one after I play the New Game Plus of it. So hopefully it's something awesome, but we'll see. Besides that. I didn't play any of Gotham City Imposters after I installed it, so I'll talk about that maybe next week. Probably not, because whatever, I don't care about the game.
It's a fun game.
It's free, so I don't really like playing it. And I've been playing some of Mass Effect 3 because Rebellion DLC pack came out, and you can play as the Vulture now, which I haven't played myself yet, but watching people play in my squad as them, I'm like, ooh, I want to play that. So yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Actually pretty funny because one of the matches I was playing, one of the people I was playing with just kept doing melee attacks, like heavy melee, and like I think they have like these claw things, so like they kind of like are like Wolverine. I was like, I wanted to like put my mic on and like yell at them, stop doing it, because they kept getting in trouble or dying. I was like, dude, I'm sick of reviving you. Stop heavy melee and Wolverine. Like seriously, just. And then like the Cerberus. Adept, I think Adept and Vanguard, I'm not sure if they both have it, where like they have these like whip things which are awesome, and I have them but I haven't used them yet, so I'm looking forward to that. And like they take the enemy and they like fling them with the whips behind them, and like holy, it's like, cause like I didn't see it when I was up close to them, but when I was like watching them from far away, it's like holy crap, that's pretty awesome. So it's pretty cool that they like added so much like. Or I'm hoping that they keep adding on to the game since it was so bare bones when it came out. Because day one, I gotta say, it's kind of disappointing. But now we keep getting new maps, new characters, so it's like there's like more to keep coming back for. So that's pretty cool. And then new maps are awesome. Well, I like the Sirkesh one. The Fire-based Goddess, I was kind of let down. I think they could have done like something.
Man, it looks amazing, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
The outdoors part, yeah, but I just think it could have been like visually both of them are awesome. It's just like the way it's laid out is like you're kind of I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like to me, like that part since they're both from single player too, it's like that level to me is awesome, and like I don't like the way that it has like the skyline positioned. If you're facing one way, you won't really see it until you get to the extraction. But I was like, whatever. It's still a good map. It's just like that's like my nitpick against it is like the awesome skyline is like in the background if you're not facing it, which you usually aren't facing it, so you don't really see it until you get to the extraction wave. But whatever. And then the Sirkesh one's pretty cool because like it has like 3 floors or 2 floors, but like it's the way it's like positioned is like really good if you're sniping or if you're just like shooting down at the enemy. So you have to like make sure you're positioned at the top always to like have a good spot to shoot down from, so that's cool. And then besides that, I've spent more money than I'm going to say on the podcast on microtransactions, and I think I'm done, but I'm not done. I'm just like maybe like $20 a month maybe, or $20 every time there's a new DLC. I'm trying to like cut down because I'm playing silver now, so I get way more credits. That's the other thing is I'm playing on silver now, so it's like. I was scared, I gotta say. I was scared to go from bronze to silver because I wasn't sure how bad it would be. but I'm using my equipment, so I'm using my like cyclonic shield modulators to like get more shields and like my assault amps, or not assault amps, but my assault thingies, assault rifle, more damage those thingies. And then I'm only using like the tier 1 and tier 2, and I'm gonna save like the tier 3 stuff for gold when the weekend operations have like gold, blah 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 blah. So I don't have to be like, oh no, I don't have any. So and if I run out, I'll just spend some credits or money and buy the equipment bags. Or actually, I'm gonna try to get to the point where I don't need to use it in silver, and then I can just like farm credits hardcore, and then buy a bunch of premium Spectre packs. That's basically what my life is now. I'm just playing a ton of Mass Effect 3 silver every day. So yeah, because I haven't got back up to level 20 since the last challenge was to promote your characters, and I promoted them all on 360 and like 3 of them on PS3 because like I was having server issues on PS3. So there's a patch tomorrow. I'm hoping it fixes everything. We'll see. So
yeah,
it fixes a lot of stuff if you go to the page where it like says like what's all fixed because I've been having some issues with the PS3 version. I'm like, whatever, I'm not touching it until the patch comes out. So hopefully
does it fix the drill issue?
It fixes the sound.
Yeah. Because someone was using a drill yesterday. I was like, oh my god, kill me now.
It's weird though, because like if you go to the patch notes, it says something about like the drill Reeve plays at full volume now, and I was like, wait, what?
Are you serious?
I don't know, I have to look it up.
Oh my god.
The description is weird for like if you consider it an air quote fix. I'm like, that doesn't seem like if it's broken now.
Well, it's weird because if you're the host and you're the drill, you will never hear it. It's only the other people on your team.
Well, maybe that's what it was or something. I don't know.
If they increase the volume, oh my god, seriously. Oh, I like the drill too. They're so useful, but then they have this stupid Reeve bug. It's very irritating.
And then like I'm also on my own YouTube channel. I'm gonna like be rolling out a new video series for Mass Effect 3 Online. I'm gonna call it Calibrations, and like it's gonna be strategy videos of the online multiplayer and how to be awesome like me. So yeah, I'm gold and silver anyway, because gold F gold unless it's for a weekend operation. Taking doesn't play gold because gold is like a.
Is gold that hard?
It is brutal, man. Like it's not. To me, it's like more. To me, it is more challenging than it is fun. It's like that balance is broken on gold, where it's like it's just too challenging. I don't have any fun. So I'm like, whatever, F gold. I don't have fun when I play. So I'm like, F gold. You're not fun gold. It's not that it's too hard. It's just like I'm not having fun when I have to try like that hard. I'm like, I don't feel like trying. I just want to have fun with Mass Effect and play as an Asari and throw biotics all over the place, or charge like a Krogan, or be my engineer and tech overload everything, because that skill is awesome, because engineer's the best class in the game. Yeah, Mass Effect 3, still loving it, as you can hear. And I'll stop gushing about it and let some gamer talk about what he's been playing.
Yeah, I've just been playing Dragon's Dogma.
Ooh.
And it's really good.
Awesome.
And I wish reviews and people would stop comparing to Skyrim. Because it's Dragon's Dogma. Stop talking about Skyrim, people. I'm like, really? But yeah, I like it. It's like the combat is so good. Like, you really feel like a badass. Especially when like any class. Yeah, maybe the mages or sorcerers. It's kind of weird because you have to stand there in place as you're casting the magic. Then like if you get the higher forms of magic, you have to stay there for like 10 seconds before you do anything. And sometimes you can get interrupted if your other characters aren't aggroing. So F that noise. So I just picked the Strider. So just bows and arrows, and it's been so great. Like, man, the combat and like the danger of like getting killed, because like there's no fast travel in the game. So let's say you're like 30 minutes out on a quest and you get killed. The only thing you do is go back to your last save, or go back to the last checkpoint, which is probably inside the city. And like if you didn't save, you're screwed. You have to go back and do the entire thing again. That's why like the checkpoint system is busted, but like there's a manual save where you press start, you press select, you'll save the game. And you can save anywhere except when you're in combat. So it's great because like every time I beat something, save. Like I had this epic battle because at night everything gets harder, and for some reason, did you watch the movie The Grey? It's like there's like 3 dozen wolves just circling my team. Like, oh my god, and they're like, oh, like they're calling in other wolves. I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting knocked down because the wolves are like pouncing me. And like my fire mage is like you could do these pawn commands. There's like help, go, or like come with me. It's just kind of simple. It's kind of irritating because you can't just tell one pawn, oh, deal with this. Other pawns come with me and just like do your magic, because like you can't do shit if you're getting attacked, because it gets interrupted your magic casting. So it's kind of annoying. But it's like cast magic. Like my main pawn is a mage, and she could cast like ice magic on myself, or thunder, or fire, or she could cast like these really cool like wall of flame type of thing. And like, oh my god, cast fire on me so that I could like kill these wolves, because like using my standard bow and daggers, I could do barely any damage against these wolves. And then like, oh my god, I'm like pressing help. And she's like, yeah, I'm coming, master, I'm coming. Like, come on, cast the goddamn magic. And then like, she finally cast it. I'm like, oh my god, thank God, I could save you now. It's like, I killed like a dozen wolves. Then all of a sudden I see this ogre in the distance. Like, oh my god. And like, it's like, it's even attacking the wolves as well. It's like, holy shit, it's coming cool. Towards me. And like, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I see this wall of flame just like go across the ground, like, just like kill like 3 wolves. I'm like, oh my god, she finally casted it, thank God. It's really stressful. Man, that game is so good. Like I was fighting a griffin, a chimera. Oh my god, it is so awesome. Like when you fight these things, like the griffin, it was the same problem, because like the AI is kind of stupid. It's like you can't tell them to cast a certain kind of magic. They have to gain the knowledge to use against the monsters from either other people using your pawn, or you have to get like text scrolls of text or something that tells you, oh, this is how you defeat the griffin. Now the pawn will know how to defeat it. So like of course my pawn doesn't know jack shit, and the pawns I hired, you could hire from the online portion of the game. Depends if they know how to defeat it. They'll say something like, oh, you have to attack the griffin in the head, or you have to burn its wings so they'll fall down to the ground. But none of them knew anything. So I'm just like firing at this griffin, and it's just like thing. I couldn't do anything. It was like 30-minute battle, just trying to kill it. It was great. My mages were just running around like headless chickens, like they weren't doing anything. So I have to do everything myself. I was like bow after bow, just killing it like Demon Soul style. Oh man, so good. Even though the story is kind of meh, what can you do? It's Japanese.
So does any of it at all feel like Monster Hunter? Because when I looked at it, I was like, oh man, I kind of wish that was like a 4-player co-op Monster Hunter game.
It really feels like Monster Hunter, like especially when you attack stuff. Remember they have that little thing where they have a little jigger to the enemy when you hit them.
Oh yeah.
You know that it has the same thing where it's like you could see the impact happening. So it's like, oh man, I think this was a Monster Hunter game before, then they changed it. Because it really feels like Monster Hunter, especially when you have to travel to places to go against a certain enemy or do a quest. You have to like travel far away. Like Monster Hunter, you have to go through like the caves. You can't just like teleport there, Skyrim style. So it really feels like a Monster Hunter game just without the multiplayer. It's kind of disappointing. Because man, if this was online, man.
I know, man.
That's Diablo 3. This is the game. This is like next gen stuff.
That's what I got from like when I was like looking at all of it before it came out. I was like, oh, this is kind of like if they made a current gen graphic style Monster Hunter, but not. I was like, oh, but it's not online. Oh.
And I forget what RPG this had, where it was like you would gain skills and then you could switch classes, but you still kept the skills from your previous class. This game has that too. It's like you could keep. I don't know. I haven't switched yet, but I heard you could keep the core skills or something. Not core skills, but like the secondary. It's like buffs you could do to your character. It's like one of them is like, oh, you could have the magic last a little bit longer on yourself. So that will help me if I'm a fighter. I need that because the mage will cast fire on my sword and I could do more damage for much longer. But yeah, I really like it. It's kind of janky. Or really janky. It's like there's a ton of pop-in. Characters don't really look that good. Like, this is like one of the first Japanese games where it looks good overall as a game, but like there's small technical aspects where it's like, oh, this doesn't really feel polished as other Japanese games. So, but I can deal with it. It's fine. But man, people make.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, would you say that it's more approachable and like more people would be able to play this as opposed to Demon's Souls, where it's way too hardcore?
I think it's more approachable because the enemies don't scale like to your level, so nothing will feel, oh, I have to do this battle and I'm just fighting a wolf, and then like, oh, I'm not doing any damage because it's the same level as me. It's like you'll always feel at certain points like in the game where you will always feel powerful. You always feel like, oh, I could do this, I could handle this. Like before, it's like when you're level like 10, it's like, oh man, there's an ogre. I'm gonna run because I can't do anything. I have no, like, let's say you have no magic or anything. It's like I just have to run. But then once you get like increasingly better and better, you learn more skills. Your pawns learn more from other people using them. It gets easier and easier. Then like you'll hit certain spots where it's really difficult. Like I saw a dragon, then I tried hitting it, then it killed me. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna run next time. It was a good thing I saved, because if it didn't save, I think I would have just like rage quit that thing. Because there was one point in the game where like I had to fight these two ogres, and then I got killed because like I don't have really good armor for some reason. And then like this one bandit was just doing this like a piercing forward thrust move, and he did it. You know, the Japanese are like, they like their animation. So my guy was still animating standing up, and he did it again. It's like, oh shit, I got killed. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it. It's like a pan really good. And it's sad that it got released at this moment with Diablo 3. Because I would finish that first, then Diablo 3. But then since Diablo 3 started working again, it's like, oh, maybe I'll switch for a while, since I do like the loot in that game. Because there's loot in Dragon's Dogma, but it's not at the... It doesn't come as frequent as Diablo 3, because like this one, you could enhance your armor, anything on your character, like your headgear, armor, leg gear, or your weapons. You could enhance everything. It takes certain items. It takes like money and items to upgrade. Like, oh, I have to find 3 wolf pelts to upgrade this bow. So, I mean, that's the loot of the game. It's just trying to find these weapons and then trying to enhance them. And then once you enhance them, and then you feel like they're not doing any more damage compared to like the other weapons you could find. You could just give them to the pawns that are helping you, like the pawns you get from the online portion. And like, oh, I'll just give this to you. I think your guy would like it. But yeah, I like that part. It's like it's an odd, like those, like in Demon's Souls or the Dark Souls, you get those messages. It's sort of like an automated version. The pawn is like a automated message that just tells you what to do in certain situations. Like if a pawn does a quest from another person online, and you haven't done it yet, and you do it and you do that quest, they will tell you like, oh, there'll be goblins up front here, watch out, or there'll be rocks falling, just watch out for that. And like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. I like the learning aspect. It's like really developing AI in that one, even though they're kind of shit when it comes to combat. But it's great.
What game are you talking about?
Dragon's Dogma.
Hi, I'm alive.
Hey.
He's live.
I'm alive. Woo! Sounds like a fun game.
I know.
So do you get multiple pawns or just one?
You get one main one. So kind of, but you could switch up the classes of your pawn. So you could be like, I don't like her as a mage, and you could like, oh, I want her as a fighter, so she'll aggro for me. So it's cool. but it costs discipline, which you'll gain from leveling up. So maybe you can't switch off as often as you want, but if you don't like a certain job, you can just switch, which is cool.
So for the ones that are not your main ones, like, do you meet them randomly, or how does that work?
It's like it works two ways. Like sometimes you'll see something, it'll say accessing server on the top right of the screen, and these pawns will populate your world. You could just go up to them and say, "Oh, I like your armor set. I see your level. You want to join me? I'll enlist you," right there on the spot. But then you could just go to it's called the Rift, and you could just search up certain anything, like filter class, what abilities they have, what level they are. So let's say you're level 20, there's like a level 70 character. You could hire them, but it costs Rift fragments to hire them. Like let's say it'll cost 200,000 Rift fragments to hire them, because they're so much higher than you. It costs that more to pay them off. But if there's pawns that are lower than you, they're free. Or if you're friends, if they have a level 70 character, you could use it.
Oh, that's cool.
Even though it does break the game, because man, level 70, if you're level 20, it's like, oh man, no problem. But yeah, it depends on your friends, like if they get that far. But that's cool. I like it. That's about it.
Sounds interesting. So, Gamer, did you ever put back in the PC version of Mass Effect 3 to overtake me again?
I did 2 matches. Like, yeah, I'm getting there. But it's like, man, I have to go do that entire grind again. Like, I have an Avenger 1 or 2 or something. It's like, oh, jeez, really?
Oh, yeah.
I wish you would transfer your stats or something, would transfer over to your other games. Man. That would have been great. It's like, oh man, I don't have to fight Tekken anymore because I have my stats on the PC. I'll just play on PC all the time. But yeah, it doesn't. I'm getting there. You're still 20-something, so I'll beat you.
Yeah, you'll. I think I'll let you have PC, because I'm gonna I think my goal now is to just put so much distance between me and you on PS3 that you'll just give up.
I don't know. PS3 is my bread and butter. I'll be getting there.
Exactly. And then once I break you, I will know I have won on 2 fronts. So, yeah.
Wow.
You won't break me.
Oh, I guess Tiger Fox is here. I guess... Actually, let's just keep going, because I played with Tiger Fox on Mass Effect 3 a bit. That was fun. So, what have you been playing, Tiger Fox?
Star Wars, The Old Republic.
Continues forever.
Yeah. Well, I made a new character. I've been running the daily quests of the level 50 daily missions every single day, all of them, for a week straight now. Today will be 8 days, actually, if I finish them. But I also made a new character. I made a commando, a Republic trooper commando, and his name is War Machine. And it's pretty fun. I got him up to level 25 late last night, actually. But that's pretty much been it. Working on sorting out some stuff, getting our raid groups together again, and getting Tony, our Smash brother, to getting him geared up too, because he hit level 50 not too long ago. And we did our first raid tonight with him, and that was a lot of fun. We actually, they did it tonight. They finished, I'd say about an hour ago, something like that. And I'm helping him right now, trying to help him pick out the gear that he needs to get. Focus on getting to build his character up the strongest. So lots of fun. Jedi Covenant server, Republic side. I'm Joby Wan. And he is Jack Burton. If you're a fan of Little Trouble or Big Trouble in Little China, then you'll know who Jack Burton is. But that's been it pretty much. I did play a little bit of Mass Effect 3 with Tekken multiplayer. That was fun. Like you said. And other than that, that's been it. I've been having the craving to play Red Dead Redemption because being here in Texas and seeing the scenery and stuff, I'm like, oh man, I want to go back out there and like hunt foxes and stuff. I don't know, like start a new game in Red Dead Redemption because it's been like a year since I played it.
I think I'm going to have that be the question of the week, like 2 weeks after E3, is like, have you ever had like a random gaming craving from like some random real life experience?
Yeah.
Like, man, this reminds me of this. I want to go and play it.
Yeah, I really do want to play it. Like seeing all the mountains we've got here and the prairie and stuff, it's just like I live in the beginning of what is called Texas Hill Country, and it's like right near the extreme southern part of the Rocky Mountains. So you get a bunch of hills and stuff, but they're big enough to be called mountains. And anyway, seeing all that stuff and like these epic sunsets and stuff, I'm like, I need to play Red Dead Redemption. And not the freaking zombie mode either.
Hey, nothing's wrong with zombie mode.
I hate zombie modes. I hate zombies. Sick and tired of them. That's it. That's all I've been playing.
Yeah, I had one more thing to add for Mass Effect 3. There's a new objective where you have to go... this is the other thing. They need more objectives in that game, so I'm hoping they add more. But like they added the new one is basically you have to go and get something and bring it back to the Circle of Protection, which is what like that's like the blue circle on like the extraction wave or the hacking wave. So basically, you go and get something. It's like the guests or the Quarians have dropped guest data. We need to pick it up. Blah blah blah. Admiral Hackett, because we can't get any other voices, whatever. So he says, go get something. You go and get it. You bring it back. But while you have it, if you have it, you're the person with the device or whatever. You can't run or you drop it. And then I think you can use your powers. But you can't. But like only certain powers. Because if you use the Infiltrator's cloak, you'll drop it. And I'm guessing if you use the Vanguard charge, you'll drop it, but I haven't tried it out, so I just thought about that.
Does this only happen in Sarkesh? Because I never saw this objective.
Oh, dude, no. It happened to... Oh, dude. I played a silver match, and, like, one of the players left, and it was me and two other dudes, or people, and, like, it was on that map with, like, the bridge and, like, the open section on the bottom. Or it's the comm area in 7 mission, that one. And, like, we were playing against the Reapers on silver, so it's like they have brutes and the freaking banshees, so that sucked. And like it was wave 10, and like we got one of the device. Okay, basically you have to go and get 2 things. I don't know if you have to get more. I don't know if you have to get more than 2 on gold, but you have to get 2. And so we got 1, and then the second one spawns all the way on the side where the enemies usually spawn on the bottom, where you don't want to be when. Where you basically can get like shot at from the walkway if you're on the catwalk. So I was like, oh great, so it's on the other side of the map from the extraction. So that was a pain, and that was. But I like that one because like it adds more tension to the matches, and it hopefully will get more people using their headsets to be like, dude, I got you covered, or I got your back, dude, yeah, and stuff. So
are they finally talking?
No.
Other people? Oh.
No. But actually, starting in June, I'm going to use my headset on PS3 and 360 whenever I play to like hopefully get some more allies in the fight and stuff. Because I already got like, besides the kid from England, I got some Australian dude. So
no, it's Australian.
So I'm getting a international coalition to fight against the Reapers in the war and stuff. So yeah.
Sweet.
I forgot to mention, I did play Star Wars because Diablo 3 and PSN was down, so that was my only option. It's like, oh shit, okay.
What server are you on?
Kadjit.
Leave it.
Dragon or
Come
something.
to Jedi Covenant.
There was like something like there was like notes about server transfer. I was like, how do I do a server transfer? Like, what?
Not yet. Server transfer is coming in 1.3.
Oh.
And that is supposed to be sometime in June.
It is. The server is the server list is so depressing when you look at it. It's like
depressing.
Everything is like light, and there's like the one heavy, and then one standard is like, oh my god, seriously.
Yep. Jedi Covenant's really good. Don't go to the Fat Man. Come to Jedi Covenant.
Well, yeah, it's heavy.
The name of the server is the Fat Man. Yes.
That's funny. Actually, Tiger Fox, I wanted to ask you about that. I remember in the year, your prediction or whatever was like, oh, the Old Republic's going to kill World of Warcraft, blah, 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 blah. Here we are a month later. And so, yeah, still think it'll destroy World of Warcraft?
I think it's taken a lot away from World of Warcraft, that's for sure. I don't know. Maybe.
It feels like they're all kind of, I mean, just sort of the general internet feel. It feels like they're all sort of, what's the word? They're not like the huge hits that they were or could have been. They're just both sort of, hovering in that middle area.
I think there's like a lot of bar hopping of people that bar hop from MMO to MMO.
Yeah, there is.
Like they see something new. It's like, oh, we'll play for that month. And then, there's a new MMO.
Right now, the only reason right now that the populations are low is because Diablo 3 is still shiny and ultra new. But as soon as people get tired of playing Diablo, they're going to come back to the MMOs.
What about
quite optimistic of you?
What about
it's going to happen.
What about the Kung Fu Panda expansion?
Everybody already hates the Kung Fu Panda expansion for World of Warcraft. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to be a big draw. I mean, maybe for kids, but...
Yeah, they're adding a Pokemon thing now to World of
Yeah, you can pet battle.
Wow.
Yeah, that's stupid. Nobody, the hardcore MMO players are not going to go back to World of Warcraft for that.
I also think that Firefall game is going... Like, I think Firefall and PlanetSide, to me, are, like, two games that are coming out, like, too late. Like, I think, like, after the explosive, like, success of, like, Left 4 Dead and Borderlands, like, someone should have got on a first-person MMO, like, a lot sooner, since it's, like, co-op focused, and they could have, like, had a lot of success with that. Like, I don't know whatever happened to Huxley, so maybe we can finally have one, and it'll be awesome before Project Titan comes out, if it is supposedly first-person, like everybody says, and destroys like World of Warcraft did, so we'll see. That's what I'm hoping for eventually.
Well, I don't know, because like Firefall, it's like it's there, it's working, but they're not releasing it yet. It's like, what are you waiting for? Strike when it's hot, it's like something new.
I know. Something
different. It's like it's like an arena-based PvE sometimes or something. I don't know. It reminded me of Mass Effect when I saw the footage, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, where you're just doing wave-based things where you're holding down a fort and then you're just killing waves and waves of enemies. And it looked cool. It's a shooter. It works. There's no... But then, like, there's dust, and then now there's going to be, PlanetSide.
Oh, yeah, dust. Dude, I'm so hyped for that.
And free-to-play, man. So that's the future.
And you get to be all, like, hired like a mercenary and be like, yeah, I'm going to do this mission.
I wonder if there's going to be, like real-world implications. You know how these crazy
I know, right? Because, like, they all
are.
Heist,
yeah. Like, so now you're going to get, like, stuff in your email. Like,
bank. They, like, have so... The people that play the game are so crazy, and like their plans are so ridiculously planned out and stuff. Like,
let's say you're pretty good as a mercenary. It's like you do these contracts for other corporations, then you get this email: "I'm gonna pay you $1,000 to sabotage your corporation to join mine." Like, man, that's crazy. That's weird. That's weird.
It would be really weird.
Yeah,
kind of awesome, but yeah.
It's like, I don't know if I want to accept your money.
Yeah, the way people roll in-game and in the EVE Online is just so dirty, but so awesome. It's like, I can't wait. Alright, so unless anybody else has anything to add, we'll move on to our Rumor Mill News segment after this. Does anybody else have anything to add?
No.
I think we're good.
Oh, Tekken! Alright, guy in the corner, let's do this.
Hey!
We'll be back after this with the Rumor Mill and News. Rap tap, wee PSV, press good, ow! It's there, woo! We're back, final segment, Rumor Mill News Cast. Tropical, take it away.
Oh, I'm taking it away. Okay, sure. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to see. Something we talked about last time where... Oh, I guess we didn't talk about it. I posted it on our Facebook. There's a rumor going around that Sony... Well, the newest rumor is that Sony might buy one of these online streaming game services, either OnLive or Gaikai. Which would be cool.
Yes, that would.
Yeah, that would just be really weird. And we were talking about streaming services for consoles, and yeah, it would be very strange and interesting and pretty neat. Like, it's sort of, I guess it would solve the problem of these really long downloads to get, say, for example, a Blu-ray game. If you wanted to download it, it would be, humongous, and it would take forever. So launch day isn't launch day anymore. Launch day is like, okay, now you can start downloading, and 2-3 days later you can finally play your game.
It would literally be a launch day.
But it's kind of weird now. It's like now they implemented preloading now, so.
That's true. But then, well, yeah. Still.
Well, I have to say this, but man, I'm down to like 99 gigs on my hard drive.
Yeah, me too.
Did you just call him Buttman?
Oh shit, did I? No. Not. So maybe streaming might be good.
I think it'd be pretty neat. I always wanted, Gaikai, since they do mostly demos and stuff on your browser. Yeah. These are like, console quality games streaming to your browser, and that's crazy. So I always wanted it to be in PlayStation Home for the E3 setup that they have every year. It's like, well, it's kind of dumb when it's just trailers, and they're low-res trailers, and you can find more trailers online. But if they could put Gaikai in Home, and you could launch into like E3 demos in Home.
Oh my god,
that would be crazy.
I think I remember talking about this like a year or two ago.
My knees are buckling right now.
That's what I wanted. It was like, well, the processing is happening on a server far away, so basically you're getting video over here, and you're sending controller inputs, which you're doing already because it's an online space. And
I wonder if there's going to be a PS Plus thing, because like I see those trials on the store, but I never download them because they're so big. So hopefully that would like circumvent that issue. It's like, I want to try this game out, but I don't want to download the entire game just to try it out for 60 minutes.
Yep.
So it might be a good fit for PS Plus.
Oh, and then they can do like the GameFly thing. It's like, if you want to keep playing, you just pay us the money and you get the game.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But do you continue playing it streaming, or do you download it?
It would be awesome if they basically gave you both. So it's kind of like how a lot of the cloud services work. Like, I think iTunes works or like Amazon MP3 works like that, where you can download it, but you can also play it directly streaming off the cloud.
Oh man, I love me some Amazon MP3. Yes, Tropical, I love what you're saying right now.
It would be awesome. But yeah, like, it would also work. The other problem, a lot of times, they don't give us home consumers the E3 demos because they're not ready for the home user or whatever. They might crash our systems or whatnot, but with, Gaikai, there's sort of a buffer. Right? They'll crash the Gaikai servers, but they can just start them up over there. And, no harm, no foul on our end.
Yeah, the only con I see is like if there's gonna be a queue or something.
Yeah.
To play the game.
Just like at the real E3, everyone's gotta wait in line. That would be terrible. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. E3 stuff. What's real? I think Shin Megami Tensei 4 was announced for the 3DS. I think that's real.
I wonder how RPG feels about that. ... Dot.
3DS.
Well, this what is this thing now? Is it? He has a 6-game limit, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe he's at 3 games, maybe now.
Maybe 5.
3DS. He's got
Origami, Kirby.
It's getting there.
Yeah, it's getting close.
Maybe if Pikmin comes to 3DS and not Wii U, or if it gets a port or something, or if there's like a 3DS version too, then that's 4. Oh, I love Pikmin. That's what he'd be saying right now.
New Ratchet and Clank game was announced, Full Frontal Assault. It's going to be a PSN one, downloadable game, but it will feature sort of the classic control. So basically not all for one style Ratchet and Clank game.
Platinum trophy?
I don't know. They haven't said.
Hope so.
I think there was like one screenshot. It might be similar to Quest for Booty, where it was just sort of a downloadable, bite-sized Ratchet and Clank game. Seems likely. Come on.
I do like that they went back to the sexual innuendo.
For the title, yeah. Full Frontal Assault. Anyway, yeah, actually, a lot of games were announced, and I'm pretty sure these are all real. Doom 3 is getting a new edition.
Oh yeah,
the BFG edition
with flashlights.
Yeah, apparently these are armor-mounted flashlights, so now you can illuminate where you're shooting at the same time. Awesome. This is truly next gen. There is a new Lord of the Rings game, Guardians of Middle-earth. It's a Dota-type game, or the what they call multiplayer online battle arena games.
Okay, have any of you ever played any of those Dota-type games? Because I have no interest in those, and like I'm kind of like curious because they're so popular. But I'm just like
so many of them now. I've
played
that too.
one.
I've played a little bit of League of Legends.
Aren't they kind of just like the Tower Defense Force games? Or am I getting it confused with?
Wait, what?
Am I completely wrong?
Not really. Like, you don't build any towers. So essentially what's going on is, like, there is a constant battle happening. And it's just between AI characters. So your side of the map has AI towers and AI troops that keep going out to try to kill the other side. But the thing is, both sides get the same types of units. So without player intervention, I guess it's always a deadlock. So your AI allies and whatnot are always going to be stuck in the middle unless you go out there and help. So what I described is sort of the playing field, and then you have teams of 5 who go out and try to sort of turn the tides of these AI battles in your favor. And then there's a bunch of strategy because of the way that the boards are set up. Like there's only certain paths you can walk on. So then, you can send people that, okay, you guys go down this path and you're going to be defense. And then we'll go down this path and we're going to be offense. And we're going to try to take out these towers here and then, push into the enemy base. And it's actually pretty neat. But there's like a ton of different varieties of this type of game now. Awesome Knots is a game like that. Monday Night Combat is sort of a shooter style.
I really want to try that game out. And like every time I look at it, I'm like, I really want to try it. It looks like it's calling to me, but I just haven't got around to it. Is the new version of Dota 2 that's coming out, is that by Valve?
Yeah.
I can't just wait until that comes out then and play that. So I'll see if I like it then.
And what's the Blizzard one? It's like something All Stars.
Yeah, I think it's called Blizzard All Stars.
Yeah, Blizzard All Stars. It is based off of something that was All Stars-ish, the name or something.
Well, I think it was going to be Blizzard Dota originally.
Yeah.
And then there was
It lost.
Apple. Yeah. So anyway.
I don't really like them because, they take too long. I was watching a match, and it took, almost an hour.
Those matches are pretty crazy.
So, oh, man, I don't think I have, the patience to get through a match, and then all you have to do is lose. It's like, oh.
Okay, so when you're playing, is it PvP or is it co-op where you're against the enemy?
It's PvP.
It's team deathmatch almost.
Yeah.
You're on a team.
It makes me want to play Fat Princess.
Oh.
It is. Yeah, it's a lot like Fat
Princess.
Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense now.
I love Fat Princess.
Aimless fun. Moving on. Other stuff that new games. There was a bunch of Vita games announced this week. They're like small Vita games. So there was the Snapshot. Or actually, I guess what was striking was that they were all announced for both PS3 and Vita. And I think all of them have cross-save functionality. But yeah, it's like Snapshot is sort of like Portal, except instead of portals, you like take pictures of things, and then when you I guess print that picture, the objects in those pictures react. You know, they sort of their the influence of physics and stuff is like reapplied to them. So say you take a picture of a box sitting on the ground, and then you print the picture in the air, then the box just sort of falls from the sky.
Nice.
And there's stuff like if the box is already falling and you take a picture of it and then you print the picture, the momentum of the box falling is conserved. So if you rotate the picture, say upwards, the box will suddenly go upwards out of your print.
That's weird and awesome.
Yeah,
at the
it's
same
weird.
Time. I didn't know the camera would have enough shutter speed to handle something like that. Really, you'll have a big blur of a box moving, but you know.
Yes. Another game. I guess it's Guacamole.
Guacamole, yeah.
Okay.
Guacamole, wow.
It's like a Mexican wrestler brawling game. It's sort of like, it reminds me of Shank, actually.
Yeah.
So, and parts of it remind me of that Ubisoft game.
Outland?
Yeah, Outland. Because it has like multiple 2 dimensions and...
Yeah,
we'll see.
looks good.
There was another one. Can't really remember. Oh, the When Vikings Attack, which seems to be maybe a strategy game. I'm not really sure. And then Kickbeat, which is a rhythm music game, but instead of seeing like colored buttons get wiped out, you see a guy beating up other guys.
What?
That looks good. I like it.
That sounds interesting. Speaking of music games, when does that Sound Shapes game come out?
Who knows?
Nobody knows.
Oh,
it's gonna be
man.
shown. It's gonna be shown at E3, so hopefully they will show a release date for that one.
It comes out tomorrow. That could happen. That one's pretty. It's been around for a while. Let's see. Other games. Spy Hunter is getting a reboot for the 3DS and the Vita.
That just made me think of another question of the week topic. What games deserve a reboot, and what games just need to stay in the grave? Because Spy Hunter, no thanks. Bye.
All right then.
Mario.
Whoa! You can't reboot a franchise that is thriving and alive. Thank you very much.
I'm just saying it needs to go into retirement. Enjoy Florida for a while.
Better get solid.
It looks like the people who made Witcher are making another IP, Cyberpunk.
That concept art looks kind of weird, though.
I'm pumped. I don't care. Witcher's awesome.
It's like something from the 80s.
Yeah, it looks like sci-fi covers.
Yeah.
Books back then.
Kind of weird.
Spy Hunter.
Oh, speaking of games that had me excited, last week I completely forgot to talk about that Turtle Rock Studios and Valve team up on, or not Turtle Rock Studios, Turtle Rock and was it Turtle Rock and Valve, or the Left 4 Dead people and some other people making a Left 4 Dead game? Who was it?
It was Overkill, the Payday, the heist.
Oh
guys.
yeah, that's it. The other awesome co-op game, like Payday the Heist Dudes and
Turtle
Valve.
Rock.
Or Turtle Rock, yeah, because they're ex-Left 4 Dead people.
Ex-Valve.
That'll be awesome. Cannot wait.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Oh, go ahead.
Apparently that's supposed to be some sort of like Left 4 Dead stuff, content going into Payday the Heist. Not really sure. But yeah, that's what I heard. That
It's like a
that
zombie
partnership
co-op
was.
project. So.
Oh, don't say zombie.
Crap.
Doesn't matter if it's co-op. I'll play it.
Not using the Z word.
Yes, leave the Z word out of this.
I just want to mention it because I was playing Payday last week, and I finished that warehouse mission.
Nice.
On the first try with just a couple of randoms. Like, wow.
Wow.
I think they made it easier. I think there was a patch that made it easier for that level. Because it was no
it
problem.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah. Speaking of games that Tekken will be excited about, Jet Set Radio, also getting a Vita version.
Oh, that's what I saw. That made me like Vita day one when that comes out, because one of my mini loves for handheld gaming is like when there's an awesome game that gets ported to it and you can just play it anywhere, like Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy Tactics, Jet Grind Radio. It's like day one money, you have it.
I'll be playing that
as soon as Sega comes out with that on the Vita. It's like I'm there.
Awesome.
Hopefully they pull an Apple and they're like, it'll be available tomorrow for the Vita on PlayStation Network, and I'll be like, let's go to GameStop and get my Vita.
Oh yeah.
The last thing I have here that is real news, or is confirmed, Konami doesn't usually do E3 press conferences anymore after the
greatest conference
1
ever.
million troops.
2010. Never forget. Oh man. That was the greatest conference ever. Like, if you watch it there live, you're just like, your jaws dropped of how terrible everything's happening. Like, left and right, things are going wrong.
It was so weird.
It was so great.
But yeah, so they're gonna have their pre-show, which is online streaming. Starts. Wow, it's gonna be pretty late.
It's gonna be late.
May 31st, 10:30 Pacific time, which would be 1:30 on the East Coast.
Man.
I might wait till the next day to watch that. But then, Metal Gear stuff. Zone of the Enders stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Zone of the Enders 2.
Zone of the Enders.
Too bad it's not coming out until after Metal Gear Solid 5's out. Thanks, Hideo. Thanks.
Stupid Raiden.
Stupid Konami.
Did she then use the Zone of the Enders? It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like ancient robots or
I don't
something.
care, gamer. Let me enjoy my announcement of a game I've been waiting years for. Thank you very much.
I think it's a interesting direction they went with it. Instead of going like, oh, here's just a sequel. Here's something totally left field.
Like don't forget, we're from Japan. We do crazy stuff.
Maybe some Egyptian voodoo or something. Man, it looks great. I like the artwork from Shinko also.
Yep.
Looks good.
Awesome. So that's real news too. Cool. Real news. Yeah, so moving on to possible fake news or rumor mongering.
Oh, did you mention that Lords of Shadow?
Oh, the sequel, is it?
Yeah.
For the 3DS?
It's like in between. This is the in between game between the sequel.
Interquel.
Ah, I see.
Well, not a prequel. It's like a sequel prequel.
Interquel. That's like in between game. In between sequel.
Dude, you just came up with a new word.
No, I read it on Wikipedia. It's
it's a real word.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm sad.
It looks
how
the main character.
That's how they categorize those movies that are in between sequel movies.
You should have taken credit for yourself. Have you not learned anything from me?
That would have been like plagiarism or something.
Looks
yeah.
The 3DS version.
Have they shown anything?
There's some screenshots in Nintendo Power.
Okay.
I just remembered something. I read I think one of the isn't Square Enix publishing that?
No, this is Konami.
Oh, Konami. Well, Konami, like, one of their executives said that, like, Activision was, or one of their, whoever passed on that was, like, insane or something about the person that was in charge of that was like, whoever passed on this game was insane or something. There's, like, something weird.
Oh, the true crimes game.
Yeah.
That's now Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was funny.
Sleeping Dogs looks good. I don't know what Activision was, like, thinking. Like, whatever.
Okay, do you mean graphically good gamer or
it looks
gameplay
fun.
good?
It looks fun.
It looks fun. It does kind of look a bit old though, but I'm gonna give it a pass on graphics because I want to play it, so I don't care. No, I gotta say that part when you slam a dude through a pole, that is so annoying.
That was so.
I saw that. And
there.
I
was like,
that's
oh, he's doing
over.
something like, oh, he's cutting people, like he's kicking people's asses, and all of a sudden he just impales a person.
Yeah. I was like, that's a bit
Whoa.
over the top for a true crime game, but whatever.
Neat.
Actually,
yeah.
Sorry. I was going to say also that some of the people that worked on some old Need for Speed games are working on that game too. So like the driving is actually going to be not jank like. Well, some people say in GTA 4 it is, but I don't. So, but some people would say. So
it takes a while.
Arcade driving. There you go. Ex Black Box people or some Need for Speed studio, whatever. I don't know if that's the right one.
Oh, Black Box closed down.
Then that's why it makes sense that they're making it. All right, so rumors. The possible leak of a Battlefield 3 premium service.
I thought that was interesting. But
basically exactly the same as Elite. Well, it's funny because I guess because back when Elite came out and Battlefield was all like, oh, well, we're doing all this stuff for free and you have to pay for it on Elite.
You know, right?
And then they come out with the list, and basically what you're paying for with premium is you get all the expansion packs, you get early access to the expansion packs, and there's like a bunch of
line of those lower peasants in the server queue.
Well, like, which is weird because PS3 already has a week early because of what happened.
Yeah,
right?
so
is it gonna be 3 weeks early?
It's gonna be this weird situation like with Elite.
Man.
Wow,
yeah.
so once again, Activision sides with Microsoft, EA, Sony.
I guess it's just, it's funny because of the way that they've worded it. I mean, no, does anyone really think that they're paying for the stat tracking in Elite? Because that's what it kind of feels like. You feel like you're paying for the stat tracking, and you're paying for these apps and these different things, and sort of the DLC stuff is sort of a side.
Yeah.
But then with premium, like their focus is like, oh, you get all the DLC for this one-time fee. And I guess in their minds, that see, we're still doing that other stuff for free. That's not free with the Elite, even though it actually is. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like you don't. Like at least they planned out. Oh, this is what you're buying. For Call of Duty, it's like, oh, you'll have these 9 drops or 12 drops or whatever. So you don't know what it is. It's like, oh, it'll just, you can get it.
Here's your one-on-one map pack. Haha, enjoy.
Battlefield 3, it's like, oh, this is all the DLC, and there's some weird thing where you get priority in queues.
Yeah.
What?
I've never had to wait for a server actually on Battlefield 3.
Yeah, same here.
Every time I say quick match, pick it, and immediately I'm in a game. So I don't know. Whatever. It's
weird.
Yeah. It's rumor right now, $50. Sadly, like one of the expansions one of the DLCs that comes with it was free with the limited edition of the game, so you only get 4. Whatever.
No, because they canceled the limited edition like a week ago, I think. On the PC when I was looking up the looking at the DLC and patches, like, oh, limited edition expires in 1 day. So you can't buy that version anymore.
That reminds me of a joke on that was on Up at Noon, the IGN Greg Miller's show on Start. They were talking about the Street Fighter Collector's Edition that's coming out that Tekken's excited about. What articles. It's like, yeah, this is the perfect gift for the Street Fighter fan who has no Street Fighter games.
That's pretty funny.
Like me?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Did you ever get that copy working, Tiger Fox?
I have not tested it on my new PS3 yet. So it might work. I just have no desire to play it. I can't stop MMOing it up in a galaxy far, far away.
Man.
I think you need to take it to the next step, Tiger Fox cosplay. You need to either make or buy your own Jedi robe and become Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What makes you think he doesn't?
I'm Obi-Wan Orlando, by the way.
Right. Anyway, Nintendo is apparently teasing that they're going to reveal 3 launch games for the Wii U, or initial game releases for the Wii U. IGN went a bit further and analyzed actually, so instead of typing out the names, because, that's not really a tease, they sort of blurred them out, I guess, in sort of an ASCII art style. And IGN went and counted, like, okay, so this title is 37 characters long, this one is 27 characters long, and this one is 19 characters long. And The Legend of Zelda is 19 characters long. So, yay! Moving on.
Oh, IGN.
Yeah, they're funny. Quantic Dream's new game might actually be shown at E3.
I was very happy when I saw that. I was like, my wish might come true! Oh.
That would be crazy.
And watch it be a Vita game.
Gamers, shut your mouth. I don't want to hear it.
I want it to be a Vita game.
Or to be one of those, it's a PS3 game and a Vita game because you can transfer the save to both.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Can't do that on 3DS.
No, you can't.
So yeah, actually, that's all I can think of. There was other things, but my brain is turning to mush. Information overload.
Kingdom Hearts collection, which is shit, really. Just give us Kingdom Hearts 3.
RPG just, yeah.
Oh, in fact, yeah, that ties to another rumor where the 3D one might be ported to PS3, Vita, and Xbox, was it?
Even the portables, they're going to be all HD'd up.
Man, seriously.
So it's going to be in one big package.
Great Enix needs to stop milking that cash cow.
I know, right? It's like, seriously, just stop. Just give us Kingdom Hearts 3 already. Geez.
They're like the worst with that franchise, I've got to say. Of like everybody else in gaming, they are like the worst with like Kingdom Hearts. Here's another side story or port or redo because we're not giving you the third game in the series until we feel like it.
We're Disney.
It's like by the time Haley Joel Osment's going to be like having 2 kids already or something. He's going to be still voicing Sora. Like, he's going to be fucking 30 already or something.
Come on, Riku. Let's go.
He has to do like a pitch readjustment on his voice.
That was hilarious.
Seriously, man, they're taking too long with their games. And they should stop doing these side stories.
And they'll be like,
silly mutt.
I think
why am I still using a key instead of a freaking sword?
Man.
I think the funny thing is that like Square Enix's acquisition of IDOS has been so good for them that they can just keep doing that for a while now. Because all those IDOS games have like done really well. So yeah.
Well, did you see they're gonna delay the 14 reveal from E3 because they're like, we'll just hold it back, even though it was ready. It's like it's ready. It's a video. Who cares?
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Then like you see that their game trailers. Is it? No, tomorrow. Shit. They're gonna show Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah.
Cannot wait. It looks okay.
Did you see the Hitman trailer?
Yeah.
The nuns?
At first I was like, oh my god, sexy nuns? Really? Then like I looked at it, I was like, they look pretty good.
Okay, now I need to watch it, because I saw it and I was just like, really? And I was just like, I didn't watch it, so I was like, really? Silly nuns?
I don't know what it signifies, but the trailer is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And I do like, there's the Hitman theme plays in the background. I was like, okay. That's pretty cool. But hopefully, totally it's weird because they were so respectful towards religion in the previous Hitman games, but this one's like sexy nuns with latex. Like, alrighty. It was a pretty badass battle, I gotta say.
Yeah.
And visual works. They make really good CG. I love it.
Good stuff. Oh, more rumors bubbling to the surface. Dead Space 3. First footage, possibly co-op.
Wait, where's this?
Oh wait, no, it's not footage.
Oh.
First screenshot.
I heard it's gonna be a co-op game throughout.
What?
That's crazy.
See, to me, that is like pulling a Resident Evil 5, because that is the magic sauce, milk money. I just made that word up. That powers Dead Space.
Milk money?
Because you can't just take Isaac and throw some other dude with him and be like, all right, co-op action. No, you gotta be alone, sweating in your apartment and hallucinating like I do when I play that game, or else it's not a Dead Space. So yeah.
Oh,
get your roofies, kids.
New Splinter Cell will be announced. I think it's titled Blacklist. That's weird.
Yeah, seriously, kids, don't do drugs.
Okay, I thought of something I was going to bring up later. Actually, I'll talk about it later. Whatever. I'll talk about it later. 2 things I need to talk about later after when we're wrapping up.
Cool.
Going on a tangent right now.
I don't know. I mean, well, there's other stuff that's happening, but we're not interested really. WWE 13 was announced for October.
You ever talk about the Skyrim MMO? And like, because I think one of the things that our listeners appreciate about our podcast is that there have been no, well, maybe Tiger Fox kind of went there, but whatever, no Skyrim jobs of, oh, this game is so amazing, and I went on this quest, and I walked for hours, and blah, 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 Skyrim's so awesome, blah, 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 yeah.
We kind of brushed on it last week, but since I still haven't read the article on it, I don't know anything about it.
I fast travel in Skyrim. Also, I like Skyrim.
I'm indifferent. I think it's just a prettier Oblivion.
It is. And I liked Oblivion.
It's way prettier. Holy cow.
I got bored though. 30 hours in, it's like,
I don't know about you, but I decided with the Stormcloaks and I'm killing me some Empire jerks, and it's fun.
I just don't like the combat in that game. Jeez. Well, I think they improved it with the patches, I think. They added more animation kills.
Mage is the way to go, and yes,
Mage.
You even get mage animation kills now, which is awesome.
I'm a shield guy.
Bash them till they're dead.
Bash them and then like get a slow motion, then decapitation.
Yep.
Nice. But yeah,
I just looked up a news story that's not E3 related, but is one of infamous. What's that word? Someone, whatever.
Sucker punch?
Yeah, they are gonna know something.
Repeat offender, the dreaded pre-order exclusive retail DLC for Transformers Fall of Cybertron. You will get yourself a G1 Optimus Prime skin in multiplayer and single player if you pre-order from GameStop.
Oh boy!
So you know.
Is that the only thing that's pre-order bonus?
there's something for Amazon, but
is it gonna be a shitty wallpaper like for one game?
And then Peter Cullen will record your answering machine or your voicemail message for you. That would be awesome.
They need to stop with that shit. Seriously. I will never buy
skin.
Stop. I will never buy from you.
We're gonna give you a skin, yay!
Oh, the one for Amazon is like a Bruticus like skin that's not the one that it is in the game. That's like a G2 of like the toys when they combine.
Man, God. Same thing with Halo 4. That has pre-order skins. Like,
oh yeah, because he just announced the Forest. It's so ugly. I was like, wow, this looks terrible. Why did you pre-order for this?
Yeah. Stop it with the pre-order. I don't know who started it, but you suck.
GameStop.
Pretty much. At some point, everyone decided we needed to. There's no reason to buy one place or the other. We need to give them a reason. So Xbox started doing, hey, we have the DLC first. And that was enough for some people. And then GameStop was like, hey, we have DLC you can only get here for free.
Yeah, the Hitman thing. That's bullshit. I want to get this Hitman game. I don't want to order at GameStop.
Oh, that game is fun.
Oh, the Sniper Challenge?
Sniper Challenge, yeah.
Oh, you played it?
Yep.
Oh, man. So you pre-ordered for GameStop?
I did. Will I buy it?
They
I'm
hooked
not
you.
Sure.
They hooked you. They're like, ugh. Come in here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't think of any other ones now. You know, rumors are just going to start pouring out over the next few days, so keep an eye out. They might be in our Facebook page, too, because I am easily excitable, and I need to tell people things, and during the day, I am alone. So the internet is my outlet.
So does anybody else have any juicy rumors or speculation that they want to add in before we wrap it up? Until next week's E3 awesomeness transforms Aimless podcast into something awesome, something bot something stuff.
What is next week going to look like for us? Do we know?
No, we don't.
Oh.
We can talk about it in the preview, though, or something, or we can talk about it, or whatever. Well, we can add it in later or something, yeah. Or not. Or we can just put it on the site, because, you know, people need to check us out and stuff.
Yes.
So, I guess we're done, and we'll wrap it up now, and Sarah outros.
Check us out, aimlesspodcast.com, and the Facebook page, because, well, the Facebook pages look nice these days.
Yeah, we need to, like, put up a, that thingy, that cover page.
Yeah. Yeah, think of a cover. But, yeah, I like them. They're cool.
Yep. Don't forget the Twitter.
Yes. Well, Twitter is kind of slow right now, our Twitter. So Facebook is probably, if you want to hear from us and like feel like you're part of it, the Facebook is probably the better place right now. And we might experiment with Google Hangout. That might be fun.
Yeah, that might be a lot of fun.
So, yes. Check us out in the internet with you guys. Woo!
I second that statement.
Yay, seconded.
And somebody play some Star Wars with me, dang it. The Old Republic.
So much to play.
Jedi Covenant server, come on, you know you want to.
My current subscription goes until July.
Well,
so
then you should
I got some time, yeah.
Put that new gaming rig to use.
I'm just giving them my money.
But then his wife won't play Diablo 3.
Well, he's got to wait until she's not playing.
Do it in the day.
Yeah, that's a good time to do it. So I think that'll do it, guys. I think it was another success. Even though I didn't show up until really late. But stuff happens.
But everyone knows what you're gonna be playing.
Everybody knows what I'm playing. Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Did you see there's gonna be an unannounced Star Wars game? I do hope to God it's gonna be something left field, like out there, like, oh, this is Star Wars in the future or something.
I would love.
Because I'm tired of that bullshit lore.
They're not gonna do that game.
Time.
Actually, one of the things I saw was that it might be a Boba Fett game.
Oh, really? Didn't they have one and it's shit?
No, they didn't.
There was one. Bounty Hunter, yeah.
That was Jango Fett.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It wasn't Boba.
It wasn't Boba Fett? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
but it was terrible.
It was alright. But I've been wanting a freaking PlayStation Move lightsaber game. Screw Kinect Star Wars. You need to do it. You need to do it up on the PS3. Shut up, Tekken. I'm going to smack you.
Yeah, it would be, man, if they had Star Wars Arcade on PSN, I would buy that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Really, gamer?
That was great.
Yeah.
I had crowds of people around me when I was playing.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic experience. Maybe it won't be the same.
Are you talking
about
about just that level when you're lightsaber fighting with
the entire game, like the shooting with Han Solo, or when you're in the Death Star, like about to shoot the bombs, or when you're facing Darth Vader? That was great.
I don't remember what all was in that, so I need to look it up. It probably was pretty good.
It cost a lot of quarters, but it was worth it. They had the no, that was part of it. I was thinking about also Pod Racer. That was great in arcades.
That was fun.
Man. But then, they're just gonna release some bullshit. Oh, Force Unleashed 3.
It better not be Force.
It's gonna be 2 hours long this time.
To me, Force Unleashed
to bring you the authentic Star Wars movie experience.
That
game
is
will only be 2 hours long.
That is so far down.
And you don't get to play it.
Better not be Star Wars Unleashed. Force Unleashed 3. Like, Force Unleashed 3 is so bad. I have not even touched. I will not even play those games. And I consider
Force
myself
Unleashed 2 is like 4 hours long, dude. I was so disappointed because it looked so good in previews or videos or something. And then you finally play it. And it's like, oh, it's already done. 4 hours.
I've still yet to finish.
$60.
Games.
I even bought the special edition for that shit. Damn.
Uh-huh.
I got
back in your bad days, bad gamer.
I know, because I was only supposed to be at Best Buy picking up Rock Band 3, and they had the special buy two get one free. So
Yep.
I'll buy Rock Band, Star Wars, and I bought something else. It came out that same day. I was like, oh jeez, that was a bad decision. Man, terrible game. Oh, I forgot to mention, what I really want from Sony is from PlayStation Plus to up the limit in cloud saves.
Yes.
I need it.
1 gig.
Full.
Because Steam can do 1 gig fine, or was it not 1 gig? It's 250 per game, I think. I forgot, but yeah. At least I get 1 gig for pictures. That's pictures. God, Sony has to give me something.
Talk to Apple, figure it out.
Why Apple?
Because their cloud services are pretty awesome.
Yeah, Amazon gives you 5 gigs free?
Yeah, Amazon is the ones you need to talk to. Because they own the server farm.
I know, right?
Seriously, they own the servers.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
Yeah, I was just going to say, hopefully it's not Force Unleashed 3, because after the abomination that is that franchise, there's nowhere to go. That and Kinect Star Wars, there's nowhere to go but up for Star Wars games this console generation, because we still need a KOTOR or a what awesome game was there last console generation besides KOTOR? That one. Oh, Jedi Knight Academy, or Jedi Academy, and yeah.
Jedi Academy was awesome. Yeah.
I liked Republic Commando.
Oh yeah, I love
that
one too. I love Republic Commando. That was awesome. So, yeah.
What was the Star Wars game for Super Nintendo?
Super Star Wars.
Star Wars.
That was, not that one. No, it was a different one. It was a side-scrolling brawler. and
What?
it was really fun.
Oh no, that was for PlayStation 1. Jedi
Power battles.
Power Battles, yeah.
I don't think
That was
I don't know.
I like
I'm going to have to look it up. Anyway, there was one that I kept renting over and over and over again. I loved it. Because, like, I kept choosing Master,
might have
what's
been-
his face, with the orange lightsaber. I was like, yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I think that was Power Battles.
I was about to say, I think that was Power battles.
Yeah, Dreamcast version was like the shit because it looked so much better.
Yeah, that's what I played it on, was Dreamcast.
Yeah,
not-
that
Yeah,
was
Power
Battles.
Okay, sorry.
All right. I was gonna say.
Second.
So yeah, the two. Right, Ian, don't blow a ticket. So yeah, the two things I wanted to do. Thank you for breathing into the mic, Starbucks.
You're welcome.
Was last week I was wrong when I said that Dishonored was being developed by Tripwire. It's by Arcane Studios, so I was wrong about that. And then we had that whole like mini discussion about co-op games, and like I guess that's like another like I guess I'll say that's my secret want / wish for like more awesome co-op games this E3, and like that Sony kind of like got it with Mag, but I guess it's like it should yeah, okay what I'm trying to say. They kind of got it with Mag, but like I for me, like I wanted to be like just completely co-op focused and not be any type of like PvP at all in it, like where it's like you against another player. So it's like if we're all on a team versus the environment, like PvE style, that'd be awesome. But as soon as you add that, you know, I'm playing against some other human, kind of ruin the chance, or there's a chance that they might taint it with their humanness and make my experience with the game not fun.
Well, did you hear about Black Ops, the zombie mode? It's like, it's not co-op anymore. Just saying. But the co-op mode is now player versus the environment. That's
So like
even worse.
Operation Raccoon City.
Yeah. F that
Weird.
noise.
Yep.
F that noise, Jesus.
That's that.
Oh, that's what they say. Hopefully it's just a mode or something, because I won't play it. I don't care.
Oh, dude, what if it's Battlefront 3, the new Star Wars game? But yeah, sorry. I just had a random thought there. But,
I enjoyed Battlefront.
See, that's like the one game I did not play that everybody loves that's like Star Wars, is like Battlefront. I didn't play 1 or 2, and then everybody's like, oh, it's so awesome, but
It
whatever.
was awesome if you like Battlefield, because that's what it was, just with a Star Wars skin. But just class-based things.
Alright, well, we'll wrap up this episode here, and thanks for listening. Felt like a crooked, ran like a leopard. You can never be better than Commander Shepard. And just like Optimus Prime, I may be black on the outside, but I'm not about on the inside. Until next week's episode, we will now transform and roll out. Rapper tap, wee wee, ow, woo.
Just another quiet day.